Hello, it's Fancy. Welcome back to the channel. I didn't really have anything specific that I wanted to do for this one. Usually there'd be something that I think of doing, either something seasonal or product designs or something else entirely. But for this video for today, I pretty much just looked at my old sketches from my sketchbook and picked something out to do for this speed paint. And what I ended up choosing is this sketch from all the way back in the very beginning of my high school journey. The criteria for choosing which old sketch to do, since I have a lot, is pretty much just simplicity. Since, if anything, I wanted to draw something that wouldn't take much effort and time to make. And also because I want to draw other things too, and this sketch was just that. Obviously, it's just a simple chibi bust up. This is a sketch of my persona from all the way back in 7th grade, back when I still drew her differently from how I draw her now. Anyways, from what I can remember, there was another sketch that I had done in sort of a no eraser challenge. I'm not entirely sure, but I do think that was the premise back when I was sketching that sketch on paper originally. So I guess that sketch was done without using the eraser? Huh. But anyways, that first sketch was basically the first sketch that inspired this sketch, if that makes sense. There was also this other one of a ship based on an actual little ship I have, but that will be an artwork for another day. Anyways, going back to this specific artwork. This was something I had sketched after the sketch I just mentioned earlier, so like I said, that first sketch kind of inspired this one, since it's the same pirate thing but a different style. So yeah, and this one I probably did use the eraser for. Probably. But anyways, I wanted to draw that sketch today in kind of a redraw fashion. Is it even considered a redraw? I don't know. I'm pretty much just finishing the sketch into a finished artwork rather than redrawing a fully finished piece. But I haven't done a redraw in a while, so let's just go with that. The sketch features my persona as a pirate. That's why it's a pirate persona. I don't actually remember why she's a pirate here, but oh well. Anyways, I've changed several things here which you can probably notice. Well, I guess I changed pretty much everything now that I think about it, since I draw my persona differently now too. So yeah. Anyways, aside from the obvious changes in how I draw my persona now, it's also noticeable that I've changed a bunch of things in her pirate outfit as well. More appropriately speaking, the original outfit in the sketch didn't really have anything going on anyway. It was just pretty plain. So it's basically just me adding a bunch of things to what I believe is just a plain white shirt and a neckerchief, which was probably supposed to be red. Past me was certainly very creative with pirate outfits, as it seems. Anyways, I gave her a more pirate-inspired outfit, although I did want to go for a color palette that has more yellows and browns, since my favorite color is yellow and brown is a good neutral color to add to keep everything very warm looking. So yeah, I didn't want to go with the usual blues and reds and blacks that a lot of pirate outfits usually have. She ended up getting that white blouse or button-up shirt, but on top of it, there's now this mainly brown long pirate coat with some yellow or gold highlights. And her neckerchief is yellow as well, since I didn't want to think of any other colors. So I've been reusing the same colors for this piece. Let's just say it's for cohesiveness and not laziness. Also, I changed her sword as well. The sword in the original sketch looked too much like the swords you would see, or at least draw, for knights and swordsmen in general. Probably in the medieval kind of genre. So yeah. I decided to change it into something a bit more pirate-like. I did look up references for all of these pirate things as well, by the way, since I don't really consume a lot of pirate media, and I just chose some that I liked to base off of. I did make the color palette of the sword a lot more yellow and warm as well, just to fit the overall warm tones of the character itself. Also, I gave her a green parrot. I figured every little pirate could use a cracker-loving companion, so there's this little parrot on her shoulder. I did make it green just because I kind of wanted to. I didn't want a red parrot or anything since I thought it would stand out too much, I suppose. So a simple green one is just fine. I did try giving it a red patch on its head though, like other parrots usually do, but I did end up just keeping the parrot green. The warmer tones of green though. Oh, and my persona has an eye patch. We cannot forget the eye patch when we're drawing pirates. Now, although I do like how I did my persona here, I do think that this piece is lacking a lot of impact, and I don't think I made the best decisions for the background and just the canvas size and the overall composition of this too. Maybe this square canvas wasn't the best choice for the pose, and I tried having colors in the background that were cooler tones to contrast with all of the warmer tones of the character. With the main idea being pirates are usually out at sea, mostly anyways, where there's a lot of blues, but I don't think I really executed it properly here. I wasn't really feeling it while I was making this and just ended up with a poorly planned and poorly executed background. Because even with plain colors, I usually try to make them fit the illustration nicely in some way. But this, it's just kind of there. It's not really helping the piece a lot, I don't think. I do like the character, and I did end up finishing this quickly since I've been practicing my drawing speed. I've been wanting to draw quickly. But this is an artwork that actually looks a lot more rushed than the things that I have finished around the same time frame. I don't think it's too bad, but I personally don't like this piece as much as my other artworks. And if I ever do revisit this in the future, I'd probably make different decisions with the overall composition of the piece, and maybe make it an actual scene. These things happen sometimes though, and I may not like every artwork I make, but there's always future me who I can probably trust can likely redeem this piece in the distant future. We'll see what she does. But yeah, this is this pirate piece. I really like the bird though, so let me know what you think. And if you like this video, feel free to leave a like, maybe drop a comment or just comment a parrot to show love to this little bird. Subscribing would also be really nice if you could. Also, if you wish to support me further, you can head over to my Ko-fi to possibly throw some cash my way. Even $1 makes me super happy. With all that said, and whether or not this piece was a success or not, thank you so much for watching and sticking around. I hope you have a very wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's hope future me can redeem this piece in the distant future. With that, take care.